All right, everyone. My name is Krystal Bird. Thank you all again for joining us this Saturday for me and Raven's business launch. Appreciate everyone. Let's drop some hearts and some claps in the chat. Let's show some love. So again, my name is Krystal. I'm a special education teacher by profession, an entrepreneur after 4 o'clock, proudly building a home-based business in the $10 trillion travel industry. I chose the Better Life Company because of the opportunity it provides for daily pay and the tax benefits to the ability to build long-term financial stability. I actually learned about this business through my coworker Ravin. We're both in the education field. I have a funny story to tell. One of my students was emailing Ravin when she was supposed to have been completing her assignment in my class. So I had called Ravin back and we had caught up and she asked me to look at some couple of videos. So I looked at the information. The information was mind blowing. So I called her back and I said, yes, I'm willing to join. The reason I wanted to join under Ravin is because of her work ethic, her dedication to students, and how much she spent time on assemblies to make sure everything was right and that our black and brown children were represented. And she always taught them, give your 100% best in anything you do. So it was a perfect opportunity to join with her. And I appreciate her and the dedication and the hard work she's doing. Take it over, Ravin. Everyone show some love for Ravin Samuels.
Oh my goodness, Miss Burr, you know you're gonna make me cry. You know I'm super sensitive. Why did you have to hit me with that? Okay. So thank you so much for that warm welcome, Miss Burr. I greatly appreciate you for that. Thank you all for coming on and joining us and coming to see what we're so excited about for this business launch today. So I want to talk a little bit about Miss Burr. Miss Burr, I want to start off by really thanking you for trusting me and partnering in this business with me. And I also just want to talk about this young lady for a minute and her elevation. So when Ms. Burns started working with me in the classroom, she started off as a paraprofessional, which means she only supported one scholar for quite some time, a very difficult scholar, but she held it down with him. Several teachers had quit and walked out the door on him, but she stuck through it. And while she was being his paraprofessional, while she was doing that, she ended up, actually getting a whole degree during this time. And she ended up becoming a special education teacher and getting her own classroom. So I'm just super proud of her. She's the true definition of elevation. And I'm just so happy to partner with you in this business. So I'm really, truly honored. So thank you for that, Ms. Burr. So I want to just kind of quickly tell you how I found out about this business, how I ended up here today, leading a Zoom for the very first time in front of all these people. So I was like, I think it's going to start off with my mother. My mother has always been a network marketer amongst many other things. She does whatever she has to do to make sure that her children are taken care of, always has. So she kept talking to me about, she's always telling me about someone I need to follow, some entrepreneur that I need to follow, that I need to know and get to know. And she kept talking to me about Bunmi Moore, Bunmi Moore. That's all I kept hearing. Like, you need to check out Bunmi Moore. You need to follow her. And so I listened and I started following Bunmi Moore on social media. She was very inspirational. She was mainly talking about cryptocurrency and how she was able to build a 6 or maybe 7-figure income from home through cryptocurrency. And I just continued to follow her. She was very inspirational. And at a certain point, she started talking about traveling. And I'm like, wait a minute. So, you know what? She just kind of switched her content to travel, and it kind of really intrigued me. And then one day in one of her stories, she mentioned something about having the opportunity to go to Dubai for $1. And I stopped in my tracks, like, wait a minute. Dubai for $1. Like, what? Like, that can't be true. Just didn't believe anything about it. I was like, I have to reach out to this woman that my mother keeps talking about. I told somebody, she's talking about you can go to Dubai for $1. So when I reached out, I got on a couple of Zooms. I'll admit I was definitely a skeptic at first. I did not believe that this was real. She knows I didn't believe this was real. But as I continued to get on the Zooms and plug in and really listen to the information with an open mind, it finally came to me like, this business is aligned to my life. It's aligned to my lifestyle and what I want for myself. So I'll tell you a little bit about my why. So a lot of you probably don't know this little bit of information about me, but I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. So my parents worked extremely hard to have me live in this beautiful neighborhood. I mean, it was like the best neighborhood that a child could ever live in. And so I was in this neighborhood. My parents could not afford it. Let's start there. Like, they had no business being in that neighborhood based on, what their income was. But I really appreciate them for working all those jobs and making sure that they had me in a good community, going to good schools, because it changed my mindset, right? It made me desire more. So because I was around those people, I desired way more out of life. And I think that same fire like stays with me today. Like, I partnered with this company because I want a better life for my child, for myself. It's all about legacy and building legacy. And just being better than what I came from. I think each generation thrives to do better. And so, partnering with this company gives me access to better living, better travel, and let's just say it, better income. So I want to talk a little bit about Bunmi Moore, who has just traveled a 4-hour trip to hop on Zoom with me today, just to kind of help me out, just to walk you all through the presentation that really shows you what we're so super excited about. So let me talk about Miss Bunmi Moore for a minute, the reason why I'm in this company. So Bunmi has not worked a job since 2004. So, and I wish I could say the same, right? Bunmi, I want to get there. I want to get to the point where I can say I haven't had a job since 2004. So Bunmi's been building a 7-figure income from home. And she just actually got with this company probably a couple of months before me. And she's only been in for almost a year now. I think it'll be a year, maybe next month. But within that year's time, Bunmi started just like where I started, at the bottom, same place Krystal started in, the same place that you all will start in if you decide like this is a business for you. She started at the bottom, and in that short amount of time, she's already a 3-star director, working from home, taking care of her grandchildren, and living her best life, getting ready to travel whenever she gets ready. So I think that's absolutely amazing. She's an amazing leader. She's an author. She's a true powerhouse. So I am not going to spend all this time talking about her. I'm going to let her come on and introduce herself. And she's going to walk you through this presentation that made us smile, that puts a smile on our face every single day. And she's going to tell you a lot about being that 3-star ambassador and what it means for her life. Come on, Bunmi!
Hey, my goodness. I had this big, huge smile on my face as you and we're talking, as Krystal was doing that introduction. It is just such a pleasure and an honor to work with powerful, open minded, just like phenomenal women like you guys every single day. So, yes, this is a very special day. Raven and Krystal have been preparing for this, and it means so much to them. So, thank you so much for being here. We know that you could have been doing anything else on your Saturday, out shopping, cleaning your house, whatever, but you took the time to support Raven, to support Krystal in the grand opening of their business. And that is so important. Amateurs join businesses, but professionals launch them. So I want you to know that these ladies right here today, this isn't something that they're thinking about doing. This isn't something that they have just gotten into and just are treating it haphazardly. They have made a powerful decision to add in a residual home based business that pays them daily in this $10 trillion industry. And they've made a decision to Be successful. Not, oh, I'm going to try, see how it works out. Powerful people make powerful decisions that are definitive. And these ladies have made a definitive decision to better their life with the Better Life Company. So, I'm excited, guys, to be here. Anytime that I get to share this information, it is always an honor. So, guess Raven told you her story. Krystal told you her story. Let me tell you mine because Raven was right. Just about a year ago, I was in Dubai. I was there for a cryptocurrency conference and I was selling a product called Nodes and I was making a lot of money. But as she told you, I hadn't worked a job since 2004. It felt like a job because it was sales. And I'm like, Lord, please help me. I need residual income, 20 or 25,000 a month, whether I get out of bed or not. And I'd had that for many years, but just had some business shifts. So I literally prayed this prayer, and this business showed up within 48 hours. I was in my hotel lobby, and a young lady named Tia was telling me how she had traveled to Dubai before she moved there and did a 5-star stay for $1. How she had been to Cabo, Mexico for $9, not per night, y'all, which would have been fantastic, but for the whole entire stay. And I'm like, okay, I like the sound of this because I love traveling, but I spend thousands and thousands of dollars when I travel. Or if I'm in a business, I have to work really hard and put out a whole bunch of effort and do a whole bunch of sales in order to get a trip paid for by the company. So my interest was piqued. So she asked me to watch a video very similar to what you're going to see today on this presentation. On the way home on the plane, I took a look at it. Y'all, let me just say that it checked all the boxes. I loved what I heard. So when I got home, I said, I'm going to go on YouTube and let me see what YouTube has to say about the compensation. Well, what I saw answered my question of, is this for me? What I saw was a way to add another 6 figures to my income with a very, very small team. And you're going to see what I mean in a moment. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to get into this presentation so you can see what Raven is so excited about, what Krystal is so excited about. And folks, already around the world this year, over 25,000 people have joined up with this membership. So you know what that's called? That is called a clue. There's a reason why people in over 70 countries are looking at what you're about to see and they are saying yes. So these ladies today are women of purpose. They're women of impact. And your life is going to be impacted for the better if you decide to partner with them on this project with Travorium. So think travel, think Emporium, put it together, and you have Travorium, the Better Life Company. And I don't know about you, but I mean, it just makes sense to think, oh, wow, if a company makes a big promise like my life can be better, well, let me see how they are living up to this. And ladies and gentlemen, they are. So, David and Adela Hart, these are the founders. People of just the utmost integrity. They started this company over 13 years ago. Well, what's the significance of that? The company is solid, it's strong, it's debt free, it's not going anywhere. And these were the things that were important to Raven, important to Krystal when they first started looking at this. They wanted to make sure that if they put their efforts out somewhere, if they were going to be sharing with you all, with their friends, families, and co-workers, that it was something that was solid, that it was tight, that it was no flim flam or shim sham, that it was something that would improve people's lives. And so David and Adela, when they got started 13 years ago, they said, we want to build a legacy company, a company where people can partner with us on a part time basis, make a full time income, and have the option, if they want to, of leaving their job and making more money from a part time thing on the side than they were in their primary 9 to 5. Now, that part is totally optional. It's totally up to you, but I'm just telling you their vision. Their vision was big. And so what I did when I got in at the end of last year, I said, well, I know I'm in Travorium, but I want to get Travorium into me. I mean, yeah, this thing looks good. They have home offices in 13 different continents, and the company is already over an $80 million company in just 10 years or so. But I want to meet the owners. So I went to a conference that they were having in Orlando, Florida, and I got to meet David and Adela. And you know how when you're a person of discernment, you can just feel if these people are like good people, if they're real, if they're honest. Man, again, they checked all the boxes. And in fact, all my ladies, how would you like to be a part of the Millionaires Girlfriends Movement? I want y'all to write that down. Millionaire Girlfriends Movement. You see, Raven and Krystal have decided to be a part of this. What is this? This is a movement for women with inside the company, women who want more out of life. Women who want to do like the Bible said, leave an inheritance to their children's children. Women who think big and know that abundance is your birthright. In fact, I want you to say it to yourself, point to yourself and say, abundance is my birthright. Say that again. Abundance is my birthright. And so Adela Hart is leading a global movement of women all around the world who she's inspiring to understand that if she can become a millionaire, you can become a millionaire. And again, that's totally optional whether you want to use this $10 trillion industry to do that for your family. But I know when Raven saw this, as much as she loves making an impact in the classroom, and believe me, she is making an impact on those kids every single day. But as much as she loves that, guess what she loves? She loves freedom. She loves lifestyle. She loves the things that she wants to do for her son and Krystal as well. There's a certain lifestyle that she wants to have for her family. And so when they looked at this, they said, wow, this industry is huge. It's not shrinking, it's growing. $10 trillion, and guys, in the next 9 years is going to be a $16 trillion industry. Think of how resilient the travel industry is. Even during COVID, people were still traveling. My son went to Tanzania and a couple other countries during COVID. But after COVID, guess what happened? The travel industry rebounded quickly. Why? Because everybody in the world just about wants to travel the world. So this is the business of dreams. It's easy to explain, it's fun to do. And the thing is, if you decide you want to be a part of this with us, you don't even have to explain anything because we've got recordings and presentations that you can just point people to. You just be the tour guide and someone else is going to share the information. So this is absolutely a home-based business. You don't have to leave your home to make money while you are sleeping. So most people on this line, probably statistics say that you have a 9 to 5, right? And we thank God for our 9 to 5s. They help us to stay in business while we are building a business. But on your 9 to 5, do you make money when you're not working? Shake your head, no. Typically, you never make money if you don't work. But this is different, ladies and gentlemen. This is a business where you do something one time, but you keep getting paid over and over and over again. That's called residual. Residual income is so sweet. If you don't have it, if I were you, I would bust down a brick wall to get it. You see, we are so conditioned in this country. We're conditioned for small thinking. We're conditioned for lack and scarcity and limitation. But I'm here today to tell you that it may not be your fault if you have limited thinking, because typically we got it from other people who taught us to think small. But it is your fault if you remain a person of small, limited, lack thinking. And so hopefully you're here today and we're going to expand your mindset. We're going to help you to be bigger thinkers. When you become a part of the Millionaire Girlfriends Movement, you're surrounded by the energy of prosperity, of people who just are excited about pulling this greatness out of them. And so Warren Buffett said this. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you are sleeping, you're going to work until you die. And I want you to know that an unlimited belief would be for you to make as much money as you want to make, and it doesn't have to depend on all of your work and effort. You're going to see this is what this business is about, guys. Again, monetizing this $10 trillion industry. And let me tell you, we're talking a lot about travel, but I want you to know is so much more than travel. Do me a favor because I want to make sure you guys understand. Put that in the chat. Say it's more than travel. I'm going to look in the chat and make sure you guys are hearing me. It's more than travel. So if you don't like to travel, if you don't travel much, you don't want to travel much, I'm telling you, this is still for you. It's all about putting money back into your pocket. It's all about the savings. Raven didn't invite you here today to give you another bill. Krystal did not invite you here to add something to your budget where you're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this? This ain't that, y'all. This is all about you saving more money than you are spending, whether it's on travel or whether it's on dining, shopping, entertaining, concert tickets, theme parks, attractions, flights. I mean, the list goes on and on. So we don't put ourselves in a travel box. This grand opening for Raven and Krystal today is about lifestyle. Somebody type lifestyle in the chat. I want you to type that word lifestyle because I got to make sure that you know that if you've got a life, you want this membership. If you have a life, we're all living, right? We're all here today. Then this membership will put money back into your pocket. So let's talk more about how does this membership work? What are the benefits? What's so exciting about it? Why did Raven and Krystal say yes? And now why are they telling so many people? Well, with this membership, you got to understand that membership has its privileges. You've heard that before, right? Well, every single month, you're going to get something called travel points. We like to call them travel dollars. And these travel dollars, they are very, very valuable. If you're taking notes, write down travel dollars. You're going to get 270 of them a month. And what are they going to do? Every single month, as you have this membership, these travel dollars are going to compound. So as soon as you get started, you got 270 of them. But the next month, you get another 270. So that's 540. And then the next month, you get another 270. So I think that's about 810. And it keeps compounding. And why is that important? Well, when you're ready to go on a fabulous bucket list vacation, that we have places all over the world, guys. You can buy down your travel to pennies on the dollar. Now, I need to know who I'm talking to. I want y'all to just imagine that you could go anywhere in the world, any place, right? And money was not an option. Tell me in the chat some of those places, ladies and gentlemen, that you would like to go. Where would you like to travel to? I'm going to look in the chat and see where you're going to go. Because remember this, whatever the mind of a man or woman can believe he or she can achieve, and seeing God's creation, going to some of these beautiful destinations that you haven't yet, man, Travorium makes it easy. Travorium makes it easy. So let me see. I see South Africa. Lawrence, I see Africa. What country in Africa, Lawrence, do you want to go to? Let's see. Oh, a lot of people want to go to Africa. Oh, y'all, okay, let's do it. We got Africa, Africa. You will not believe how cheap you can go to Egypt for here with Travorium. Where else do you all want to go? I see Hawaii. I see Dubai. Go ahead, guests. Put it up more. We got about 30 guests on here today. I want to see. Okay. I want to go to Greece too, Carolyn. Absolutely. I want to go to Greece. Ooh, the Maldives. What a phenomenal deal we had on the Maldives. The Maldives, typically people go there for like $8,000 to $10,000. Can you imagine going there for just two when other people are paying 10? Incredible. Katie, Italy, we got you. Nigeria, I see you. Okay, I got you, Brenda. So, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to have some fun here together. You're going to be so glad that Raven and Krystal brought you this membership. So, you get all these points, right? Every single month. These points allow you to buy down your travel on what we call our world tours and the getaways. I'll tell you what that is. But now imagine being able to go to all these places and more that you just put in the chat twice a year. once every 6 months. I mean, your friends on social media are going to be like, wait, okay, how y'all doing this? You're going to be posting pictures on Instagram, staying in top notch 5-star resorts. People are going to get jealous. They're going to be saying, oh, you're real bougie. I know you're spending a lot of money. But then when you tell them the rate that you're going for, they're going to say, okay, spill the beans. How are you doing this? How are you living this lifestyle? And not only are you going to be able to stay at 5-star places for 2-star prices and get these phenomenal resort destinations, but let's say if you just want to go to some hotels, whether it's around the corner or around the world, imagine being able to get travel agent below travel agent rates without having to be a travel agent. Now, I know some of y'all came here today and said, oh, travel, all right, they want me to be a travel agent. No, y'all, this ain't that. This has nothing to do with being a travel agent. If it did, I'm sorry, I don't got time to book travel for people. I would not be doing this. And so it's all about having a membership. We use the Netflix model. Netflix doesn't sell movies, it sells a subscription, a membership which gives you discounts on unlimited movies. Travorium doesn't sell travel. Travorium sells a membership, a subscription that gives you discounts on travel and every way that you do life. And so, as we started this, Raven told you about how I hadn't worked a job. I have not worked a job since 2004, and I've been helping other people to make an outrageous income from the comfort of their home since I became a 6-figure earner. So, this last square that you see about the business opportunity, guys, that's why I love this. I love this because now I can take something that I believe in, that is putting more money back in my pocket, that is helping me to live a better life, and I can share this with others and get paid. It's so awesome. You have the opportunity to do the same thing. You share something that is helping you and your family, helping you to save more money. It's called incentivized sharing, and the company pays you. It's just that simple. So now let's go into our portals. You're going to have a savings portal, and I'm going to share with you just some of the savings deals. So there are like 7 different savings platforms that you'll have. And 3 of those platforms, you're going to be able to book hotels and get better than travel agent rates at more than 2 million hotels around the world, guys. And so when you go into your portal, let's say if you said, okay, maybe you're like Raven, she just went to Las Vegas in July. I was there, Krystal was there. We had a phenomenally fun time. We went there for a conference with Travorium. That was the first time that Ravin and Krystal got to see people from all over the world joining in together. The people who said yes to this opportunity. They met people from Russia. They met people from France. They met people from Canada. A lot of people from the US. And they said, wow, this thing is real. They got to touch and feel the owners. And it just, again, checked all the boxes. And so let's say you want to go to Las Vegas. Of course, most people know there's Orbitz, Booking.com, Expedia. Expedia makes tens of millions of dollars a day. Excuse me, not millions, billions a day, guys. Why? They spend so much money on advertising that people are indoctrinated. Oh, okay, let me go to Expedia because that's the way to save. Well, Harris Hotel and Casino on Expedia, $293. It's Expedia. It must be good, so people book it. If only they had this membership, they could go into their savings portal and instead of paying $293, guess what it would be? You see there in the red, $15.46, y'all. You would have been able to save over $200 a night if you had the Travorium site. Let me give you another example. Another example. Let's go even more upscale. The Fairmont Grand Del Mar, top-notch property, 6 nights. People on Expedia are booking this $5,000 for 6 nights. They're excited. They're saving money, or so they think. But guess what? If they had the Travorium membership, this same property would only cost $1,900. Now, let me ask you this question. What would you do? with an extra $3,000 in savings. Think about that. I don't want to go too fast because I really want you to think about it. I mean, what could you do with an extra $3,000 in savings? Would you use it so that when you got to the destination, you could have more fun, you could take more excursions and do more things? Would you put it in savings somewhere so it could gain interest and then you could help your family that way? Would you put it into a savings account for your kids for college? Would you donate? I mean, I can think of a lot of things that we can do with saving $3,000 rather than having given it to Expedia or one of those third party booking sites. And here's the deal, guys. Not only when you use our better than travel agent rate booking engine, will you be saving? You're also going to earn 3% cash back and loyalty points. So, what does that mean for you? So, now the next time you come to this site to book, if it's a hotel, you'll be able to buy down the hotel even more with your loyalty points. If it's a car rental, you can buy it that down. If it's a cruise, use your loyalty points for that. If it's an attraction, use your loyalty points for that. Guys, dining, shopping, entertainment, concert tickets, theme parks. I went over that before. This is so much more than hotel stays and resort stays. I mean, any way you do life, you can save money. Now, looking at this slide, I know you're saying, okay, Bunmi, tell me, how in the world is Travorium able to get a better rate than Expedia? Well, let me let the cat out of the bag. We don't get a better rate than Expedia. See, this is a secret sauce that Ravin and Krystal are bringing you into this afternoon. We do not get a better rate than Expedia. Guess what? We get the same rate. $1,900 is the rate. But guess what Expedia does? They mark up that wholesale rate because they're spending those millions of dollars on advertising. Someone has to pay that cost, and you pay that cost in the form of marked up travel. Travorium, they give you the wholesale rate. Isn't that awesome, y'all? And here's the key. How did you hear about this today? Did you see an ad on TV? Nope. Did you see an ad on the internet? Nope. This is grown through word of mouth advertising, the best form of advertising in the world. You see, Ravin thought enough about you to invite you here today. It would have been selfish of her to keep this to herself. She could have been going to Dubai and doing the Punta Cana world tour like she's done and getting a Beyonce ticket like she did for just $85. And she could have kept this to herself and said, shoot, I ain't telling nobody. I ain't letting nobody know how I'm traveling the world for pennies on the dollar. But she didn't do that. She had an unselfish heart. Krystal had an unselfish heart and said, I'm going to let my friends and family and coworkers and church members know what I found, because what I want for myself, I want for other people. I want other people to have a freedom-filled lifestyle. I want other people to save money. I want other people to live the life of their dreams. This is what this is about today, guys. Please do not take this lightly. As you can see, I'm passionate about this. Ravin is passionate about this. Ravin, when she first started, and still, she has like this success mindset. She calls me every day, Bunmi, I'm hungry. I wanna make sure that I'm successful at this. I want to help people. I want to get good at it. You see, and that's the type of person that you want to connect to. Not somebody who treats opportunity haphazardly, but someone who takes a mind-blowing opportunity, doesn't take it for granted, and uses it to improve her family for generations. You know, she's always talking to me about Cameron, her son. And she relates this business to how what she wants him to experience in life, the things she wants for her baby. So I want you all to think about that. It's not just you going on trips, but when you think about unlimited income potential, when you think about traveling, think about culture, think about introducing your children and grandchildren to other cultures, expanding their vision and their horizon, getting them to lay their eyes on God's creation, not just staying in the same city or the same country, guys. We got to dream big. This is what Travorium is about. And so another platform that you'll have outside of the Below travel agent rate booking engines is something called your Dreamcation platform. Remember, I told y'all, come on, y'all, let's start dreaming again. Ladies, be a part of that Millionaire Girlfriends movement and know that you can do what you want to do and be what you want to be, have what you want to have. Start dreaming again. Start vacationing again. I don't care if that vacation is around the corner as a staycation or around the world. This Dreamcation platform, look at these rates. With your travel dollars, you'll be able to buy down your resort stay. Look here, Canary Island, Spain, 8 days, 7 nights, studio. You go in, you got your, the little kitchenette, you got the eating area, you got your sleeping area, you've got a 5-star getaway place. $1 a night in the Canary Islands, Spain, guys. $1. What about Cabo San Lucas, Mexico? Now, this is where the rich and famous go when they go to Mexico. A whole week, a 1-bedroom suite. Look at that, $149. Now, I know you're saying, oh, you mean a $149 a night? No, ma'am. No, sir. $149 for the entire stay. Now, if you got kids, you got grandkids, you got to do the Minnie and Mickey thing, right? Take them to Disney World, Orlando, Florida, but you got to spread out. Don't get a hotel room. Use your Travorium membership to take a getaway, get 2 bedrooms so you can spread out, be comfortable, have a lot of room. And everyone, you, your spouse, the kids, you're up in there for $142 for the entire stay. So let me tell you what this is with the getaways. This is being able to stay at timeshare resorts without the entrapments of a timeshare. I don't know about y'all. Have you ever been tricked into getting a timeshare? 2 months before I saw this phenomenal membership, I was up in that room, knew that I'm supposed to say no. They told me I would only be there for 90 minutes and then just get my gifts and run. You know the deal, right? And so, but they make travel so alluring because it is. They talk about how it saves marriages. They just paint the dream of, low stress. They talk about how it stops heart disease. And it does. Like all of that is true. But you shouldn't have to spend $17, $17,000 like I committed to, or $40,000 or $50,000 like people were walking out of there spending. And you've got blackout dates. They put you on a contract. You got maintenance fees that continue to go up, right? You've probably been in it before, or maybe you heard about it. And don't get a timeshare, guys. Guess what Travorium does for you? So because a lot of people don't even use their timeshare because they got to go to certain dates and all that, we buy those rooms for 10 cents on the dollar. And guess who now gets to go and stay at the fabulous properties and not have to take a tour and not have to have the entrapments of a timeshare with this small rate? You do. They pass the savings on to you. So you're going to love the getaways. So again, remember, that's 5-star resorts. That's your condos. When you walk in, you got the full kitchen. You got the living room, dining room, maybe a couple of bathrooms, all of that here on this Dreamcation platform. But let's talk about one of our favorite ways of traveling. Raven has experienced this. I have already experienced this. So when we got in the business, we were like, okay, we hear people talking about all of the ways that they travel, but we got to make it real for us. And Raven's the kind of girl, let me tell y'all, when she travels, she like stays up all night. She wants to see everything. I mean, she's so much fun. So if you're her friend, like go on a world tour with Raven and you're going to have the time of your life. And so the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for us. Where do you want to go? No longer does it just have to be on your wish list. It's going to be on your do list because Travorium just makes travel so easy. Nobody does travel like Travorium. And so imagine this. A world tour is a curated trip. So like a travel agent has put these trips together. You go into your savings portal, click on world tours, and you'll see all the world tours for November, December, January, all those places that you put in the chat and more. Portugal, Bali, the Maldives. You've got Indonesia. I mean, everywhere, guys. Egypt. I gotta lay my eyes on the pyramids. So over 150 different world tours. And so the date is already planned, and you look and see if that date works within your schedule. I mean, they got China, they got the Philippines, they got Vietnam, and even in the States, because people in other countries, they want to come to the United States. So they've got a lot of places in the United States if you don't want to travel internationally. But I would suggest y'all get that passport, right? So what happens now with the world tours? I saw Venice, Italy in the chat. 5 days, breakfast included, glass factory tour included, just $249 after you apply your travel dollars. Dubai, 5-star hotel, 6 days, breakfast included, just $379. What about Montego Bay, 5-star, all inclusive, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all your drinks, just $579. And ladies and gentlemen, this is for 2 people. 5-star resorts at 2-star prices, below 2-star prices sometimes. Look at this, guys. I can't believe it. I mean, when we went to the DR and we had so much fun, do you know that we asked people, well, how much did you spend? Some people said 3,000. How much did you spend here for your 5 days, your week? And other people said 2,000. And we were like, oh my goodness, we only spent 200 and some dollars per person when others were spending thousands. This is why you were brought here today. Because outside of Travorium, I don't know anywhere that you can stay at 5-star places for 2-star prices, guys. This is unbelievable. And so, let me go back. Let me get back to, excuse me. I gotta go back. Okay. And so when you're talking about staying at 5-star places for 2-star prices and these world tours, it may be Las Vegas, 5-star hotel, 5 days, 4 nights, $19. Hawaii, you know Hawaii can be $4.99 per night. Here, the whole entire stay is just $4.99, including breakfast. What about New York? One night in New York can be $3.99. So again, ladies and gentlemen, think about where you want to go. Think about how you want to live your life. Travorium will help to take you there. So I know you're saying, okay, well, how much does this cost? And if I asked you to come up with a price, you probably would think, okay, well, Bunmi said the timeshare was 17,000, so I know it's not going to be that. You may be thinking 7,000, 5,000, maybe even 3,000. Well, my answer to all that is no, no, no. When I show you what this membership costs, your jaw is going to drop. Because I promise you, a lot of ladies have spent more on a pocketbook than the cost of this membership. Let me show you guys. We've got 3 memberships here: silver, titanium, and platinum. There's 3 memberships, but only one that people choose. Silver doesn't have any of those awesome travel points, so nobody chooses that. Titanium is okay. You get 150 travel points each month. But let me tell you why people choose platinum. They choose platinum because you get the most savings and you get the most discounts and make the most money as a platinum. With platinum, it's just a one-time $269. That's it. So you're getting these 270 travel points every single month. If you want to do the business like Ravin and Krystal, just add $99 a year to it, guys. That's it. A business for only 99 bucks a year. And it's a tax deduction. Yesterday I was at an event and I talked about the pocketbooks for $400, a little teeny purse I saw for $299. I'm like, are you kidding me? People are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on things that they're going to just take home and put in their closet, maybe use a couple times. And now here we've got a business. We've got a lifestyle membership for less than the cost of a purse. And so this $135 monthly for the platinum membership, we're going to show you how to even take care of that. But before I get to the next slide, I just want you to hear a testimony. I want to see if Brian Bailey can unmute because I want to make this really real for you. Brian, I want you to come on and I just want you to speak to the guests. And there are a lot of guests on here today. Is what I'm talking about real? You were introduced to this maybe what, about 6 months ago or so? What have you experienced because of this membership, Brian?
Hey, Boomy, can you hear me?
I can.
Great. Boomy, I'm, thinking about testimonies. Wow, I don't even know where to begin, Boomy, because I came in this business, I came into it as a business opportunity, but I didn't really realize the benefits, right, of having this membership. Now, I have a list that's, kind of long, but I just want to go real quick. So, when I looked at this, the first thing that I saw, I had to take a trip to Detroit, and I said, let me try this thing out. So I booked a hotel, and it was cheaper than the advertised rate. So I automatically check mark on that. And then I said, well, you know what? I got to go to New York. I want to go see the MJ experience. So it gave me the opportunity to not only get a discount rate at a wonderful hotel right there in Times Square, but I got cheap rates and also front row seating to see the MJ experience at a discounted price. So I was like, okay, check that off. Man, that's awesome too. And then another thing that I saw was when I went to buy some cologne. I went to I guess Ulta Beauty, and I saw this brand new cologne that just came out, Coach for Men, right? And it was like $100. I'm like, man, I ain't spend no $100 on this cologne, man. Let me see what it costs in the back office. So I came to Travorium. I clicked on the part where you can save money on, pretty much anything. I typed in Coach, and I saw it, Boomy, and it cost me $35 for the same 2 ounce bottle. And I'm not even finished. And then I said, well, I want to take a trip, right? I want to travel. So I looked up Cancun as one of our incentive trips. And Boomy, I just saw a commercial for the same place that I'm going that had that trip, but like, man, like $800 per person, not for two people, $800 person, like $1,600, and I got it for only a couple $100, right? So amazing. It's amazing, Boomy, that I can just go check, 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 check with the things that I'm saving money on. Even a dinner meal down in the DMV, went to a well-established great restaurant, and I was able to get a nice discounted rate that was even more than I would have got if I used my military discount. So
Wow.
Boomy, right there, I give you about six different things. But I'm super excited, and thank you. You're the one that invited me to this, and I thank you every single day. So back to you, Boomy.
Brian, you got me fired up. I know the guests are like, what? Cologne? Yeah, y'all, cologne. So when I heard Brian talk about his cologne experience, I said, well, shoot, let me see what I can do. I went to Macy's, and I saw the Coach Dreams, Brian. It was $118. Came home, went in my savings portal. Guys, with shipping, it was only $55. That's it. I'm telling you, we are winning. Are we winning, Brian? We are winning here big time. And so, because I shared this with Brian, look at all the money that he saved. And it's the same thing because Raven and Krystal are sharing this with you. You're going to save so much money on all the ways that you do life now. Even if you do not travel, y'all, savings, savings, savings. In this economy, we need to save. Y'all know that inflation has everything going up. I mean, I saw a pack of chicken wings for $17 a couple months ago. Like, we need to save money, y'all. I want to see if Neverly can unmute. Neverly, I know we didn't ask you, could you come on and do a testimony? But I know people are saying, well, what about flights? Boomy isn't talking about flights. Guys, we do have a flights portal. Now, flights are a regulated industry. No one can guarantee wholesale rates on flights, but we do have a flights portal where people are often saving 20% or so. Neverly, can you share any testimonies? Because I know that you've been all into the savings portal. Are you able to unmute?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am so super excited about my membership. Yes, Boomy, I am saving lots of money on flights. Let me just tell you, the first time I saved money on flight, it was locally domestic. I was actually going to Las Vegas to the to our leadership, and I was able to get my flight and save 300 and some dollars off
Wow.
of my ticket. It would have been regularly, $300 more, but I saved $300. And then 2 months later, I went international, went in my portal, and I did my comparison with the marketplace. It was $890 to go from DC to London in the on the Hopper and Expedia, right? I went to the back office. I got the same ticket for $500 for a family of four. So yes, you can save internationally, you can save domestically, but you do have to do your research, but you can save in your back office. Membership has its privileges. Back to you, Boomy.
Hey, Neverly, did you save on your cell phone bill too?
Oh yes, definitely. My cell phone bill, I'm with T-Mobile, still with T-Mobile, but I have three phones, two pads, and a watch, and it was $399. Now I'm an Apple person, so all of it had Apple Care on it, right? So that probably drove up the bill. However, our company was able to get me the business discount on all of my lines, including the watch, and they said Apple Pay, we can get you insurance $20 a month for all five of your gadgets.
Wow.
So my bill went down to $180 with tax. Wow, wow, wow.
Yes. So y'all, somebody type wow in the chat. Wow, wow, wow. Are you seeing why you were invited here today? Like, this has no downsides. Only upsides. It's all about putting money back into your pocket, helping you to live a better life, designing life on your own terms, guys. I'm telling you, upgrade your lifestyle without breaking the bank. All right. So let me go ahead and round third and finish this out for you, because if we stop here and didn't even get into the money that you can make, like, you all should be saying, okay, I want this. I'm excited about this. This 135 a month for the platinum membership. What we're going to do in your first 7 days is Raven and Krystal are going to show you how to go into your savings portal and save more money than the cost of the membership. So a penny saved is a penny what? Is a penny earned. That's why all of us love this, because we're showing people how to basically get this free. So if you're saving more than it costs you, then guess what? The membership is free. And we like to say, if it's free, then it's for me. So let me tell you another way to get that 135 taken care of. If you're like Raven and you say, oh, listen, I got an entrepreneur spirit, or even if you don't have an entrepreneur spirit and you just want to get the membership, you can refer three of your friends, right? You go to see a good movie and you tell people about it. You go to a good restaurant and you tell people about it. Tell people about your savings. And then what happens? People are going to want to save like you're saving. And so if you refer three people who get the same membership level as you, platinum, now you're earning as much as the membership costs. So now you're getting all your travel points. You're getting all of these discounts. Guys, you're just living this awesome, awesome life. Going to the mall, getting Aunt Annie's pretzels like I did for free. Buy one, get one free, Cinnabon, saving, going to Smoky Bones. I mean, it's so much, y'all. So much savings here. We can't even tell you all of it here in this one presentation. But this is the way we show people this is not a bill. Nobody has time to be paying any more money than they're already spending. This is all about savings, and it's about tax deductions as well. It's not in what you earn, it's in what you keep. So even if you're here and you're already making a lot of money and you can spend a lot of money for travel and it doesn't bother you, why spend it if you don't have to? Keep your hard earned money. So, again, our business model, guys, is different. We don't spend millions of dollars on advertising. We use that word of mouth advertising, which passes the savings on to you. Now, somebody type in the chat, show me the money, because I'm going to show y'all the money. I get excited about this. All right, where are all my millionaire girlfriends movements? Wave your hand like this if you want to be a part of the millionaire girlfriends movement. We're going to show you whether you want just an extra $500 a month, whether you just want your membership to be free, or whether you're saying, look, I'm a seven-figure girl. This is going to be my seven-figure world. So, whatever it is, y'all, we can show you how to get there. But it all starts with referring three. Okay? Why? Because when you refer three people, it opens you up to something called daily pay. So, you tell your friend Michelle, she gets the platinum membership, you get $50. You tell your friend Bob, he gets the platinum membership, you get another $50. And you tell your mother, because your mother's like my mother, and she says, I just don't want to live on Social Security. I want to make more than my Social Security and still travel the world. That's what my mother told me when I told her about this. She's 80 years young, y'all, loving this membership. And so you got 50, 50, 50. But then something wonderful happens. You go to bed, you wake up, and you look in your back office under your commissions and you see an extra $4.45. You go to sleep that night, wake up the next day, another 445, 7 days a week. Why is this important? Because 445 times 30 is enough to cover your membership. Three people referred, and then you never have to pay that 135 off of your card. I never paid it, not one time. Why? Because I got so excited about this, I started telling people immediately, and people started joining. But guess what happened? When I referred my first three, what do you think they wanted to do? They started telling other people. You see, there are 8 billion people in the world, y'all. I'm telling you, finding 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people to refer to this membership is not going to be difficult when you get your own saving story and you start sharing it with others. So before I knew it, not only had I referred three, I shared it with a couple more. Those people told people. I had 8 in my left leg and 8 memberships in my right leg. I was making $10 every single day now, an extra $500 a month. But it didn't stay there. I was probably there for maybe a month or two at one star. Next thing you know, because what happens? People tell people. That 8 turned to 25. That's not me getting all those people. That's not you making these sales. We're just being incentivized because we tell people what's going on. And now $25 a day, 7 days a week, plus other bonus money, plus you get this 2-star championship ring, plus you get a up to a $750 a month bonus any month that you're 2-star and you share with one person. So I was getting that $750 every single month. I was making comma money every single month. But guess what happened? People tell people. It just organically happens. Just like you go to a good restaurant and you tell a friend about it because the meal was good. And then what do they want to do? They want to try it. Before you knew it, I was 3-star director. Now, at 3-star, you're waking up to $70 every day. But really, guys, it's going to be more than that. Typically, as a 3-star, which I am now, I get about 100, minimal 100, maybe sometimes $150 every single day. But guess what happens? You're not going to be a 3-star long, just like me. This month I'll be 4-star. 4-star, you're waking up to $100 every single day, 7 days a week. And you think about this, guys. What would it take to get a $8,000 raise on your job? What would it take to get a $24,000 raise, a $48,000 raise? Now you're giving your own self a raise. Now you're creating your own economy here in this $10 trillion tourism industry without you having to be a travel agent. But let me tell you what the coveted position of ambassador is. This position, ambassador, is a 6-figure position. Remember I told you I got home and I ran upstairs and went on YouTube and looked at the compensation plan? Because I've been in business as a 6-figure earner, I wanted to see what would it take to make 5 figures every month. And when I saw these numbers, a small team of 376 people, 188 memberships on the left, 188 on the right, is not you getting all those people. People tell people who tell people. This thing expands. I have people in our organization in Australia. People in New York know people in California who know people in DC who know people in Kenya, in Africa. Remember, this is a global company. You'll be asleep and you can make money from business all over the world. So, as an ambassador, which David and Adela Hart want to help you to expand your vision and see yourself with an extra $10,000 a month, waking up to $140 every single day as an ambassador. So, guys, you look on this chart under daily pay and you make the decision. What do you want? It starts at $4.45 a day so you can get your membership paid for, but it actually goes up to $3,200 a day, $3,200 a day. Guys, we have two families already who are $1 million earning families. We have over four families who make over $500,000 a year. We have thousands of families making six figures a year. And a whole bunch of people making an extra $500 a month to pay their car payment, $1,000 a month to just loosen up the financial belt. Guys, this is mind blowing. Just think about this. You never have to leave your job. You don't have to stop doing what you're doing, but you can have an additional six-figure income. This is what Raven is building towards. This is what Krystal is building towards. This is what so many people around the world, guys, when they see this, I mean, it just makes sense because there are no downsides to it. And the ambassador lifestyle is crazy. One other perk you're going to get is what's called the Louis Vuitton experience. You're going to go to some beautiful destination. All the ambassadors, they're going to shut down the Louis Vuitton store, give you a gift card for $2,500, a personal shopper, and say, okay, go for it. Get whatever you want to get in the store. Remember those 70 countries that I told you that Travorium is doing business in? You'll be here in the United States, but you're making money from the global bonus pools, from what France is doing, from what the UK is doing, from what Zimbabwe is doing. Literally, you get to make money from business done all over the world that you have nothing to do with. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so awesome. I'm telling you, I'm so glad that I prayed that prayer and this came into my life. And so, what do we want you to do now? We want you to get back to the Raven or a Krystal, whoever invited you here, and let them know whether you're a one, two, or a three. A three is someone like Raven and Krystal who said, you know what? I want the whole enchilada. I love the saving money. I love the making money. I love the travel. I love all the discounts. Yeah, I want that. Then you're going to text the number three to them. Daytree, I'm about to call you up for a testimony as we close. Or maybe you just want to use the product. Maybe you're not interested in making the extra income, but you just want to experience the better life for yourself. And you want this membership because membership has its privileges. And you know, in this economy, you want to save more money. Then if that is you, text a two right now to whoever invited you. No, one is a person who didn't like anything that they saw. They just want to keep doing things the same way. They don't want to expand their mind. They don't want to save money. They don't want to make money. They have lack and limitation and scarcity thinking. I know that is nobody on this line. So text the number two or three to whomever invited you. And now Raven and Krystal, what they're going to also do, hopefully you'll text the number, but they're going to follow up with you and see if you're ready to get started. They're going to make sure. Let me mute this person out. They're going to make sure that they walk you through the sign up process, which takes just 10 minutes. You'll have your savings portals. And guys, we're going to throw in an incentive trip for you. Anybody who joins at the platinum level, you're going to get a free trip. Only pay the taxes and the fees. That is on Travorium. It's a gift they give you for saying yes to Travorium, and those incentive trips are quite special. People really, really love those. So that is being thrown in on top of everything I shared. So Daytria, I need you to bring it home because you have an incredible savings testimony on your car insurance. Can you share that with us, Daytria?
Yes, yes, yes. Can you hear me okay?
I can, loud and clear.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say congratulations. I'm gonna do this really quick. Congratulations to Raven and Krystal. And like Neville said, wow, wow, wow. So I had to document because I don't think I've documented all of my savings, but I'm gonna highlight just mainly just share about the auto insurance. Well, first of all, my name is Daytria Sims, and I bring you all greetings from South Carolina. I was introduced to this lifestyle membership by my cousin May in Boston. And I was literally, and I know it was nobody but God, because I was literally going to be signing up with my former business partner with another travel company. And I'm so glad that I listened to my cousin May's voicemail. I heard her excitement, heard her energy, and it was contagious. I knew I had to be a part of this. She sent me like a 2-minute video, and that's all I needed to hear was, and I knew I needed to sign up. And plus, I wanted to help family. Then she introduced me to Bunmi, which is our bit team leader. And she explained that is Billionaires in Training, which talks about our mindset, which was in alignment with what my mission is to break poverty mindsets. So I knew that I had to tap into the daily pay. And so I'm so glad we have a powerful leader. So if you partner with us, you're going to be a part of a great team. Krystal and Ravin, they are phenomenal leaders as well. So I'm so glad that I partnered with the Better Life Company. Me and my husband, we are absolutely loving this membership. We have saved over $450 on our auto insurance for 3 vehicles. And so that's putting back $5,400 a year back into our pockets. And also, I'll mention really quick, when I first joined, I booked a staycation right here in Greenville, South Carolina for my granddaughter's ninth birthday. We spent 3 days here at a nice hotel. And that was, she invited 3 of her friends, and they swim in the pool and everything. Then I took my family, my daughter and my granddaughters and my son. He lives in Myrtle Beach. So I got the opportunity to spend time with my son. It saved us. We stayed a whole week. So we saved over like 500 and something dollars. And then in May, we went to Punta Cana to our first world tour. That's where I met Ravin and met we connected instantly. Even though I'm old enough to be her mom, we are like sisters and we're accountability partners. So you will be partnering with a phenomenal leader. I love Ravin, love her energy. I was got the opportunity to meet Bunmi in person as well. We was stayed at a 5-star resort in Punta Cana, and all inclusive. And just keep in mind that all of our trips are for 2 people. So me and my husband was able to go for 349 plus taxes and resort fees. And then also we stayed in a room that was right there on the beachfront. We did pay a little bit more to upgrade our room so that we were right there on the beach. We walked outside of our room and we had a pool right outside the room. And my husband loves to swim, so he was like in heaven. And then also we went on another getaway to in July to Myrtle Beach. Y'all probably know I love the beach. And Myrtle Beach is one of my favorites because it's only like a 4-hour drive. And then we're also going to be planning a trip in November for my birthday and then for our 33rd wedding anniversary. So we've saved over $2,000 already in trips alone this year. I also got a cell phone savings quote as well. And I can go on and on. I don't think I've documented everything, but even dining rewards, I've saved like 10% on Jersey Mike's and got a free Smoothie King drink. So all I can say, and then we also have I'm super excited. We got 2 incentive trips where we can go anywhere in the world. I've already paid the taxes and fees for mines because my husband have a lifestyle membership as well. I haven't activated his yet, but we have that. So that alone is worth the investment, just having those 2 incentive trips. So all I have to say is that this is the best lifestyle membership on this planet. Back to you, Bunmi, Ravin, and Krystal. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Hey, thank you so much for sharing, Daytria. So, guests, you can see that this is real. This is from the heart. This is something that you will be passionate about, just like us. So, as I swing it back to Ravin, I want you to know this one last thing. Raven's success and Krystal's success is your success. We are here to help you. We're here to give everything to you, not get anything from you. We feel like so much more of this world has been given to us. We're going to see more. We're going to do more. We're going to have more. And so when you get yourself positioned today, not just in, but positioned, what's going to happen is the people that Raven and Krystal share this with have the potential to fall underneath of you. See, they have to put the people that they're bringing in under somebody. So the people who text them right now and say, send me your link. I'm a number 3. I want to be a part of this. Those of you who use that sense of urgency, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a clue, y'all. First movers advantage is real. I promise you, some of you get started today. You could see other people underneath of you today pushing you up so that on the chart, those numbers that you saw on the chart to give you that daily pay, some of the people that Raven and Krystal bring in are going to be underneath of you. So you get pushed up in daily pay and in rank. Y'all, listen, this thing is so good. We could go on and on and on. Hey, Raven, I want you to come back here and wrap it up because I think you got another gift for somebody or something special you got going on. So back to you and welcome to the team, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, and thank you again for taking time out of your busy Saturday to jump on, show your love for Krystal and I, support us, listen to this wonderful presentation led by Miss Bunmi Moore. We really do appreciate you for taking your time out this Saturday. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I think that Miss Burr has something special that she wants to share. Are you ready for that, Miss Burr? Should we share it or what?
Yes, I am. So guess what, guys? We are raffling out a free cruise to all the participants that came and gave up their Saturday to join us. Before I pull out the names, I'm going to call out some of the names that I have in my Halloween box. I use one of my kids' Halloween box. Okay, let's see who we have in here. I'm mixing it up. Not pulling the name yet. We got Marcus. We got Miss Caroline. We got Tiffany Shy. And we also have Miss Khan. So now with the cruise, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. This cruise is for 5 days and 4 nights. You have 3 destinations. You have Miami to Cozumel, Mexico, the port of Nassau, and also the port of Los Angeles are the cruise ports for this raffle. So now I'm going to pull a name from this basket to see who is our special winner. And the winner has to still be logged on right now. Okay. The name I pulled was Stacy Simon. Can Stacy Simon unmute if you're still on?
You say what?
Stacy Simon.
I definitely ain't knocked that hard.
All right, we're going to pull another name. Stacy did not come up front.
She online.
She got to come up front.
I think it's Stephanie Simon. There's a Stacy there, but there's a Stephanie Simon.
Stephanie, go tell Stacy the answer.
Okay, the next name we have is Jaquan Woods. Jaquan Woods, come up to the front. Come off mute. No, Jaquan? Going once, going twice.
I think it's pronounced Janiqua.
Hold on, I'm going to read it. Jon, yeah, Janiqua. Sorry. We have a Janiqua Woods.
I think that's it's under Danita Woods. It's a Danita Woods on the call.
I saw
what you're taking in
return
when you're giving this, what are you taking in? Cigarettes. What's it?
Okay, I muted everyone back out. And so
Hello?
Here we go.
Hello? Do we have a Janiqua Woods?
Sarah
I
Danita
don't think
Woods
she's
on,
on now. She was on earlier, but she's not on now. Janiqua's
or
not on.
Brenda Woods
This
on?
is Stacy. This is Stacy. Not too late?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to pull one more. Do we still have a Jackie Welsh online? Jackie Welsh.
Just pick me.
Right. I heard
No,
my name
Jackie's not
earlier,
on
so
there.
I'm still here. Look, I'm like, I heard my name earlier.
Jackie Welsh. Going once, going
I did
twice.
come on before anybody else got picked.
All right. Try this again. Do we have a Rashida still on?
Rashida, I don't think she ever signed in.
Okay. In a minute, we finna just give it to Stacy. Do we still have a Brian on the call? A Brian? Raven, that was one of your guests.
Brian, are you on the call still?
I'm on the call, but I want a true guest to get it.
No, it was another Brian.
I think Stacy has
under
this.
Byron.
Stacy's
All
still
right,
here.
you know what?
That should be Byron. Is Byron on? Byron Dogan, are you still on the call? I guess not. Move on to the next person.
I see him. He's just not unmuting.
All right, the next one.
Byron is here. Byron is there.
We had Stephanie
Byron's
sign
here.
in.
Byron is here.
Byron's on. Is Byron?
Yes.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Mr. Byron Dogan, looks like you've won a cruise for 2.
I'm glad I listened.
All right,
Yes.
Byron. Everybody give it up for Byron Dogan.
Woo! A cruise for 2. Byron Dogan. Let's go. Boom.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Boom.
Byron.
Thank you.
Awesome. That's excellent. So, wow, that took a while. Okay. So guests, I wanted everybody to stay on to the end because I wanted all of my people to have the opportunity to win the cruise. It looks like Byron was the last man standing. So congratulations to you, Byron. So, man, because of the outpour of love and the fact that you all spent a little bit of your Saturday with us, I am feeling pretty generous. What about you, Miss Bird? What you think? I'm feeling pretty generous, Krystal.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking I should give away some other cruises, right? So this is what I think I'm going to do. I think if you get your questions answered, which you should be calling me like the minute we get off this call, sometime today, early tomorrow. I know we've taken a lot of your time already, but you need to reach out to Krystal or to myself if you're interested and you still have questions so that you can get your questions answered. And if you make a decision to join and partner with the Better Life Company between now and I would say until 2:00 tomorrow, that's about 24 hours. I'm even giving you an additional 30 minutes. So I would say I would give you until 2:00 tomorrow to join the Better Life Company and partner with us and be a part of this team, this billionaires in training team. And so once again, I want to thank all the guests for coming on. If you sign up in the next 24 hours, you will also win a cruise for 2. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you for joining us. Does anybody else have anything to say?
I do. Again, let's give it up for Bunmi. She just sat in the house like 5 minutes before the presentation, and she did an amazing job. This shows the leadership and the dedication that we have on this team. Give it up for Bunmi Moore. Also, give it up for our other team members that took the time on their Saturday to come join their other business partners. We appreciate you all so much for the testimonies.
Thank you, Brian, Daytria. Was that Neverly that got on? Thank you so much for your testimonies. Those were great. Thank you.
Hey, but let's congratulate you two, Krystal and Raven, on your launch. So let everybody come off mute and say congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, ladies.
Congratulations.
To all of you all who have partnered with them today.
Thank
You made a great decision.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job, guys.
Yes,
Thank
awesome.
you.
Congratulations.
You guys are making an impact on the world in a big way and on people's lives. I'm so proud of you all. All right,
Thank you very much. Everyone
have
have
a
a good
day.
afternoon. Bye.
Welcome to Steam. See you guys.
I'll see you
Enjoy the rest of your day.
tonight.
Bye.
Please make sure
Enjoy
you
the rest
call
of
with
your
any
day.
questions.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Shy T Crew, for showing up. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, OG. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Alonzo. Thank you, Maria. Thank everyone that came on today.